Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. And today we are playing. So, I guess for some reason, Indeed now has decided they want to be part of the Roblox corporate game catalog. So now we have this game right in front of you. Indeed Job City, a game that is sponsored by everybody's favorite job searching website, Indeed. Everybody loves it so much as a 56% rating. Yeah, oh, wait, we have to play the game to give it a thumbs up. Yep, so it has 575 active. And this game's about a job. Indeed's making us get a job in Roblox, so I guess let's play. I'm so excited. I'll take my 25 Indeed dollars. Alright, what is it? Oh, is this a tycoon? This is a tycoon. Are you kidding me? This game had me thinking that it was like a life of Roblox, like a town of Robloxia game, where you actually get like a job. But no, it's just a stupid tycoon. Oh, I guess we're playing this for a little bit. I actually got baited. Well, I mean, what do you expect from crappy, corporate games? Not a whole lot, apparently. Because I was wholeheartedly expecting, a game about like doing a job, not making whatever this is. Man, they had me excited. Not that I ever get excited for Roblox corporate games, but this looked like something. Why I wanted to make this video. Button plants in here. Lovely. Well, we're making a clothing store? Cool. We're making a clothing store. I guess. Computer head? Well, yeah, I don't think I can claim that UGC anymore. It's kinda all out. I guess while we're playing this corporate slop of a game, I'll talk about my Indeed experience and why I don't really like Indeed as a service. So I mean, here's the thing about Indeed, is in theory, Indeed is not a bad idea. Because what Indeed is it is a job searching website where a company puts jobs on the site and people can put their resume on the site and get a job through the job postings. However, what a lot of companies love to do on Indeed is put fake job postings, and this is proven that companies love to put fake job postings online so that their company looks like it's, growing, when they know damn well that anybody that applies for those job postings isn't going to work at the store. The job postings are fake. They're ghost postings. I forget what the term is, but they are initially, they're not real job postings. They're just so shareholders, you know, can have a sense of like, oh, the company must be growing if they're hiring more people. But in reality, those postings go nowhere. In fact, I actually had one job posting from Indeed, which one of the funniest job posting like results ever. So I guess at some point I applied to be a sandwich artist at Subway through Indeed. However, that Subway closed. And when that Subway closed, they finally responded to my application saying, sorry, we're not, like, we appreciate you applying, but you're not hired. And I was like, oh, really? Damn, I thought I had a chance. Like, wow, who would have thought that a closed Subway wouldn't hire me? News to me. So, yeah, that's part of my Indeed experience, is getting rejected by a closed Subway. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, in general, my Indeed experience has been hundreds of applications, probably 1 or 2 dozen like rejection messages or emails, probably like 5 interviews, and not a single one landed with a job. Not a single job gotten from Indeed. The only way I have gotten a job from a place is through the, through the website, not Indeed, through the company's website. What am I working on now? What is this? Sort items based on how much work has been done to them. Toolkit assembly. Well, I'd say this is multi-part because it's an assembly kit. A tagged storage box. Alright, well, this is medium because it's tagged. Labeled cardboard box, that's medium. Pallet with boxes. Well, it's multi-part because it's multiple boxes. Metal plate. Computer setup. Tag storage box. Oh. Do we say a measuring rod's complex? I don't think so. Yeah. Well, I got a bronze? How wrong was I? That's messed up. This Roblox game should have just been you going on Indeed and applying to like a bunch of places, and then just getting no messages at all. You just sit there waiting for messages, but you get none. That should have been what this game is, truthfully. Man, I'm letting out my hate for Indeed. But it's honestly justified with how horrible of an experience I've had with that place. Like, I genuinely don't like Indeed. Not because the service... Well, no, actually, the service does suck. It really sucks. But it's not necessarily Indeed's fault. It's more so that they just don't really moderate the site for like the fake job postings, They just, if they did better with getting rid of like ghost postings, then maybe I wouldn't dog on Indeed for being filled with fake job postings. I don't know. Yeah, just a suggestion, Indeed. Get those fake job postings out of here, because the only people they help are company investors, and even then they're getting conned, because they're not real job postings, they're fake. They're not real. Like, can we get those out of here? So that maybe Indeed can actually be a good service for once in its lifetime. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be using Indeed ever again. Thank God, I hope I don't. Because I'd prefer to not use Indeed ever again. I guess since we're I'm dedicating to playing this game, at least for long enough to make a video from it. I guess while we're playing this, I can give more experiences related to Indeed. So one of the times I got an interview was for a restaurant. I'm not going to say the restaurant, but it's a restaurant that was opening up a location like right across from my neighborhood. And they were, you know, obviously they were having applications for workers for this new location. So I applied because I was like, you know what? It might be good to apply to a place right across from my neighborhood. Save on gas, you know? So I applied. And then they were like, and they messaged me on Indeed being like, hey, you know, like, if you want to come in for an interview, go to this place. By the way, the place they said to go to was not it was not a restaurant. It was like a hiring center. I don't know. Yeah, this restaurant had a hiring center where they sent applicants. So I go, because of course, you know, I wanted to see if I can get the job. And when I sit down with the applicant, or like with the person, you know, like interviewing me, the interviewer, they were like, hey, just letting you know, dishwasher is like the hardest job in the kitchen. And I was like, oh, like, really? And they were like, yeah, because you're gonna be like having to wash all the dishes that are coming like from the floor, and you know, you're gonna have to like also be able to carry, you know, it's just, it's a stressful job, it's a hard job. And he was like, do you still want it? And I'm like, no. Like, you know, why would anybody want that? A person who, like, no. That's outrageous. So, obviously, the next logical, like, you know, after I was like, no, I don't want to work dishwasher, I asked him, like, hey, could I be like a busser or a server, maybe? And this guy, I'm quoting him like almost verbatim. This guy said to me, oh, we prefer our servers have some experience. Like, if you want to work here as a server, maybe go work at Applebee's for a bit. That's right. This fucker told me that if I wanted to have a chance of working at this restaurant, that I should go work at Applebee's. And that's pretty much when the interview ended, because I was like, you know, because obviously I got shot down from being a server because I guess I'm not worthy enough. So I was like, all right, well, I guess there's nothing else for me. So I just walked out pretty much. So yeah, that was my experience. That was one of my many interviews. Was getting told that the job I applied for would be the hardest job. And then when I asked for an alternative, they basically told me, like, you know, go work at Applebee's before even thinking about working here. Pretty cool, honestly. Yeah, I mean, nothing better than getting told that, you know, they don't want inexperienced people. Because I guess they're just that, you know, that great of an establishment that they're not willing to take a person new to, like, restaurant work. At that point, why even have me? Why even reach out to me for an interview? If you were gonna shoot me down like that for the dishwasher role, and then tell me that I'm not experienced enough for anything else, why even have me there? You know? Why even bother? That's what I was thinking, honestly. Cool. Let's see all the places. So I got a retail store, a school, a hospital, and a conservatory. Sure, man. Anyways, okay, yeah. So, actually, the last place that I applied, the last place I got an interview for, before having the job that I currently have now, which I didn't get through Indeed, it was an arcade at a mall that was also near my house. So yeah. And obviously I didn't get the job at that arcade. I would have loved to, but I guess I wasn't good enough. Because I don't even think I got a call or anything from them after I interviewed. I may have gotten a call, but I have this thing where I don't accept calls from strangers. If you're a number I don't recognize, I don't pick up. Like 90 to 95% of the time. I will not pick up the phone if it's a number I don't recognize. If it is not a number with, if it's not a number in my contacts, it's not a number I pick up. Especially if it's spam risk. But recently I did decide to pick up a spam risk call. Because it was a number that was like within my area code. And sure enough, it was one of the managers at my store asking if I wanted to work like additional hours. And I was like, and I didn't necessarily want to work today. So I told him no. And obviously I didn't say like no outright. I just told him like, oh, sorry, like I'm busy today. You know, I had to do a little lie. But yeah, so. Yep. So I guess while we're talking about jobs, I can go into my not super long work experience. My not super long work experience. So I graduated in 2022 from high school. And from 2022 to 2024, I didn't have a job. I didn't work. Because to be honest, between like 2022 to 2020, probably like early 2024, I had like no motivation to do much. Because pretty much how things were is that, you know, obviously in the middle of my high school, in the middle of like going to high school, you know, the pandemic hits, virtual school, all that. And to be honest, like, I barely got by in virtual, and like when schooling was virtual. Because I think it was my fourth quarter of sophomore year was only virtual. And then my entire junior year I did virtual, even though they allowed you to go back to school. Obviously you had to wear a mask. But yeah, at the time I was not very fond of wearing a mask for multiple hours a day. So obviously I did not go to school at all for junior year. I only went to school when I had to for testing. But yeah. So junior year was, you know, I decided to go all virtual. And to say that like, I'm gonna be honest, I should have failed junior year because I was a lazy piece of shit. I was lazy. I barely did work. And I pretty much lost motivation to do work, like, almost immediately, actually. Because the thing about me is that most school years, I start losing motivation around, like, the second semester. Like, third and fourth quarter. Mainly third quarter. Then I lock in for the fourth, and then that's it. But yeah, so... But... For virtual school, almost immediately, I was losing motivation to work, or not to work, to like, or yeah, I guess to do any work. I was already losing motivation in the first quarter. Not great, but you know. To continue to hospital, I have to do this. Oh, what is this? Their job is to provide 10 units of power across different floors to keep overall productivity as high as possible. Keep a close eye on the minimal and optimal power levels for each area. Well, for servers, you probably want higher power, right? So I'm gonna say 5. What? Don't forget to readjust your power units this round. Oh. What? Excuse me? A large number of employees began accessing shared documents at the same time, leading to a delay in loading and saving files. What do you want me to do? Like, buddy. Yeah, I actually don't know what they wanted me to do for that. That minigame is so confusing. I genuinely don't understand what they wanted me to do. Alright, anyways. Yep, so now my... Yeah. I really don't understand what that game was, or like what that mini game was. It made absolutely no sense. So far I've gotten 2 bronzes. We're doing great. I'm probably gonna make this like hospital, do that mini game, and then Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna finish this. We are going to, we're gonna speedrun this. We're speedrunning the this hospital. It's gonna be gorgeous. We're gonna get this done in record time. And then, you know, we'll hope this hospital doesn't collapse or anything from how quickly it's built. Yeah, so we're gonna get this hospital built. And then play that minigame. And then do the conservatory. If that has a minigame, we'll play that too. And then we're done. We have successfully built 4 buildings and done mini games because Indeed said so. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm probably gonna speed up this footage so you guys don't have to suffer through watching me build a hospital from start to finish. I'm gonna speedrun this. I'm gonna get this done as fast as possible. Oh my god, finally, dude. Oh, that took forever. Oh, finally I'm done. Alright, complete the attention to detail challenge. Yeah, let's do it. Check that each item on the assembly belt matches the spec sheet. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so no pieces are missing or detached, no visible damage, device functions when activate buttons pressed, screens visible, lasers red, device is not dirty or scuffed. Alright, Captain. Alright. Let's get a good 360. Doesn't look damaged. Doesn't look scuffed. Screens visible. It looks like all the parts are there. Looks good. Oh. Items missing parts. Okay, it glows red. Not seeing any scuff or damage. screen looks good. I think that passes. Alright, close red. Also not seeing any scuff or damage on this one. This one looks good. This one also glows red. Not seeing any. Most of these look fine. Unless I'm just not looking close enough. Oh, this one's got some scratches. Yeah, this one's got damage. Damaged. Okay. This one also looks fine. Yeah, this one looks good. Oh. Well, it doesn't work. Okay, it works. It's got its parts. Oh, wait. It's dirty. Yeah, I've seen little dirt bits on it. Dirty. What? I got bronze? I thought I did good. These minigames are rigged. They're like actually rigged. Alright, well, yeah, we're on the final one. Alright, well, I guess we'll do another speed run here. Is this it? No, wait. Oh. Okay, I thought there would be more to this. So literally this is all it is for the conservatory? It's just... There's just this little thing? Damn, okay. Well, I guess we did it. We did our... We did the Indeed. Yep. We did it. And to celebrate, we do California Girls while I'm doing the outro. Alright, well, that was the Indeed experience. Yeah, and all I gotta say is, this sucked. This was not fun at all. The minigames are, that second minigame made no sense. The one with the school? Like, what was I supposed to do? Because every time I submitted the power, it just pissed off the people above. And no productivity got done, so like, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I don't know if the game was bugged, like, if the minigame was broken. The minigame must have been broken, because I don't know what I was doing wrong. But I guess I wasn't playing it right. And that minigame with the lasers, I thought I did good on that one, but I got bronze. Which I think is a little, I think it's BS, but I don't necessarily care about a stupid corporate game necessarily. I just played this for a video because I thought it was so wacky that Indeed made a Roblox game that I just had to record a video on it. But yeah, so with that, congrats, you made it to the end of the video. You have witnessed me, suffer through corporate slop Yeah, have a good day. Bye.